Greetings, San Diego! Wow, I am excited to be here, and I'm here with S-Pro Mitch, Littleface Joe, and we're playing against some good buddies of ours, including Ramsey, Sentient 5150, and TXX Factor. And we're doing a random all-off on the Fort of the Deen, and we did get double cubby covenant. Alright, let's try talking this time. Yeah, we're playing as double covey against their WNSC, so let's find out once and for all which is better. Of course, their covenant is not an arbiter, they have a brute chieftain, so you could say we have a large advantage due to that, but, you know, we'll see how the game plays out. Or, of course, you've probably already seen this game because it is on S-Pro Mitch's channel, but he got defeated because he sucks, so, you know, it might be a little more exciting to watch it from my point of view if you want. Of course, I'm sending my scout to where the resources are, and this whole time that I'm doing this, I am not paying attention to my arbiter. Please don't send me more hate messages, stud. I know. Maybe I should just edit this part out so that you don't see it happen, and you'll leave me alone. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love all my comments. I love all my subscribers, even if they're very overly critical of my gameplay. But, you know, whatever. I am making suicide grunts because, you know, I just felt like it this game. Normally I only make one suicide grunt squad as the arbiter, and then I get fiendish return, but this time I'm just... Well, I'm building more than one, mainly because I saw my arbiter take a lot of damage from those rebels already, so I don't think I'm going to get much use out of him. So I'm pretty much going to charge in these suicide grunts and then get my arbiter out of there. Because as you can see, they already have a pretty decent amount of defenses there for us. So, my arbiter's going to get cooked alive, but at least my suicide grunts will do some damage. Hopefully, unless he gets Citadel right now. Is he gonna get it? No! I managed to slam some grunts into it. But it didn't even seem like those ones did a lot of damage, huh? Maybe if a certain brute chieftain would have started vortexing at the right time. Whatever. Seriously, it's like you completely forgot about doing that, Mitch, but whatever. Anyways, I recall and there's Blue with the ram. So they rammed me good. My arbiter's dead already. That sucks. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Especially because I got fiendish. I tried to cancel it, but I was far too late. So, that puts me a little behind. I can't quite get Citadel, but it's not really necessary yet. There's only 3 gunner hogs there, and his chieftain is still at Mitch's base. So, I'm still doing alright. I really need to get Citadel, though, before I rebuild my arbiter. Otherwise, they could always just carpet mac me to death. And that's never fun. But, we're doing some pretty good work on Ramsey's base here. Unfortunately, you know, I can't contribute at all to the rush there at all, because my arbiter was pwned nice and early. Now the brute's coming to my base, and, I see that he's hitting my warehouse, so I'm gonna try and set up the raffle shield. And, oh, there goes my air conditioner. Things are about to get a little louder in here. And his chieftain is hitting my base, but his brute squad is not, so I know that I can queue up a warehouse there, and that'll make his chieftain stop hitting my base. So I want to wait until it's about at 90%. Now queue up my warehouse, and bam! Shield generator complete. What do you think of that, Ramsey? Anyway, so my base is pretty much safe at this point, and Mitch is getting a turret and starting his banshees. Chieftain recalls so that he can maybe try and save his base. I haven't really looked down there in a while. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, nice. Base is almost dead, but so is our rush, basically. All that's left is Mitch's chieftain, so Littleface Joe drops the Mac, and now Mitch remembers to vortex. I don't know if I've ever gone over that in any of my videos before, but whenever you're like carpeting a Covenant base, or macking it, or suicide grunting it, it always helps to throw a vortex over it and use the debris that comes off of the base to explode on it, and it usually does a lot of damage. So that's just something to keep in mind. So Mitch is going to be over here trying to keep his base down. And, yeah. So, toodly hoo da. I'm just waiting for my first summit, and I'm going to be making a second summit after that. Because after I raffle shield somebody, I usually sell the shield as soon as I can. Or as soon as it becomes pertinent. There's another Warthog there for the ram, but unfortunately that Warthog is just going to give Mitch more debris to vortex with. Or at least that's what I would do. Pretty sure he does that. Yeah, he does. So now that base is gone, and as soon as I can, I'm going to want to queue up my own base there, just so he can't get it anymore. Setting up a warehouse there, that was a mistake. Please don't flame me, stud. And now I got my second summit going. Queuing up my outpost here, and as soon as it takes maybe one hit, I'll cancel it, so I only lose like 20 resources, but I'm able to stop him from being able to take that base, and now he's defeat! Defeat! How's it taste, Ramsey? How's defeat taste? Does it taste good? And look at that, Mitch's chieftain almost hits that tank, but just not quite. So he's going to recall, and he's going to leave his Banshees back there just in case one of them tries to expand there. The Banshees will blow it up, and then we will know about it. So we're in a good spot now. We just can't really lose this lead that we've got, because if we get behind against two UNSC players, especially good UNSC players like these guys, we'll be in a world of hurt. So... But we've got plenty of Banshees. I mean, I only have 2, but you add that to Mitch's Banshees, and that's, what, 7? Yeah, whenever we're using Banshees, we like to keep both of our Banshee armies together, so it's like one big-ass Banshee army. And that usually works better, because their damage output is so high. But as you can see, they're already making Wolverines. And there's not really too much we can do about that. We could try and blow up their vehicle depots, but we'll lose way too many Banshees. So that's not really worth it, I don't think. But, I'm just shit at talking right now, I'm sorry. But, so yeah, at this point, obviously, I was pretty much just wondering what the hell we were gonna do. So Mitch was going around trying to distract them, get them to all group up on one army of Banshees, while mine flew in and started trying to blow up the vehicle depots. So that's what we're trying to do right here. Mitch is pretty much just staying on the Patron looking for expansions. I see the wolves coming back, so I'm going to boost away. My Arbiter is coming up. And he has Tech 1 upgrades, so he'll be able to handle Wolverines alright. But, tanks are another story, so I'm going to have to get another warehouse and plan on upgrading my Arbiter. Thankfully, since the Covenant player is defeated, there's really no need for vampires at all. So it's pretty much Banshees and leader powers. I think Hunters would have been useful too, but I personally hate Hunters. I hate building them, I hate using them. Just because they're so frickin' weak. They're basically good against Gauss and tanks. Well, Assault Beam Hunters are good against tanks, but other Hunters just don't seem to do the trick. And that's why I hate them. And Vampires and pretty much any air units and Flamers, they just have too many weaknesses, and I don't like Hunters. They're slow. If you don't have a leader, you can't really use them very effectively. So, and Banshees, you can just boost them around like this, and they're effective against tanks and other vehicles. So that's why I like them so much, and that's why a lot of high-level players use Banshees. So that's, yeah, you can take that however you want it. I think I'm going to be able to kill this vehicle depot. I don't know. I don't really remember. But my Arbiter is hacking at it while my Banshees stay outside of this base here. And if I see his army come to try and stop my Arbiter, I'll just move my Banshees in on that base.
All units.
Checking to see if there's an expo there. There isn't. And there's some tanks there. Tanks on both sides, and they're just gonna annihilate my Arbiter. But, you know, it happens. It's really hard to dodge canny shells in a tight space like that, especially when they catch you off guard like that. So if you lose your Arbiter in a situation like that, you know, don't freak out. It happens. Pretty much, yeah. I'm not going to say who that message is to in particular, but, you know, I'm sure he'll know. This vehicle depot is still producing, and it's red bar, so I'm finally going to finish that off, and that's going to stop his production, and that's very useful. But he's immediately going to set up another one, and I'm going to take that down too. Just whittle away his resources as much as I can, and I'm going to boost out of there. As you can see, Littleface Ho has a nice amount of tanks up there, but he's not really pushing in with them. I kind of wish he would have. I'm not sure how upgraded they are, but any tanks would have been better than none. Me and Mitch are just down here trying to do what we can with all these Wolverines everywhere, and if his tanks were up here, we wouldn't really have to worry about the Wolvies, and this game probably would have been over a lot sooner. But, you know, that's what you get when you play with them. Those new accounts, man. He is only a major, I think. So now I'm pretty much done with Banshees because I can see that they are just going all out Wolverines at this point. So I'm going to want to rage a lot of stuff.
All units.
Maybe I could have transitioned into Hunters, but as I said before, I just don't like Hunters. Just like shield generators, I hate shields too. Hunters and shields I will pretty much build almost never. There are occasions where they're useful and I will build them, such as raffle shielding people or fighting off Goths. But anyways, while we're doing all this, we see that huge army has moved up to Mitch's base. And that's not good because neither of us have shields, and this is yeah. Come on, man, learn to talk. Jeez. Yeah, this is a good time to build a shield. If there's a huge army on your side and you don't have a shield, you really need to get one because you're probably going to lose your base anyway, and it'll just slow down the time it takes for them to kill you. So I need to open Mitch up that base. As you saw there, Green had 4 tech, and he was probably researching power turret while we were just focusing his base. And we didn't see that his vehicle depot was researching. I don't think we saw it at all, actually. And if we had, we probably could have stopped his power turret, but unfortunately we did not. See, there it is right there. I bet that's power turret researching right now. Man, now that I look back on this, like, that would have helped a lot. But unfortunately, we did not stop power turret from getting upgraded, so if you want to see how we're going to pull out of this one, you're going to have to watch part 2. You know, if we pull out of it at all. See, there, he just got it. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Anyways, be sure to watch part 2, or I swear to God I will fucking kill you. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, check out part 2. It's great. Bye.